was done a while back. Let's see if we can go ahead and pull up the grid. And no, it does not look like it's going to work for me. So I'll tell you that the 27 of Gabe Ellison will be starting on pole with Kevin McCann to his outside.
Yeah, I was just checking that.
2 is going to be Tim Schofield with Stoney Benfield in that 75. So the faster pastor starting on the high side, which is not a bad thing at all. The 15
He's going to have to stay safe.
P5 in that number 15 to round out row number 3.
He's dropping back to the back here strategy.
In P number 6. P7 is going to be Brian McCann, last season's champion. So far, he's got a
gotta do it on the back stretch.
On season
Maybe
7,
just
season
because
6,
you're only running 33 laps.
7 here very soon.
If you got help,
it's going to be
you
the
could probably
5
do it.
of Dylan Dellinger with David Trumbley starting 9th, and to round out the top 10 is going to be Byron
I'm not sure
Jones
when you do that,
in
though.
Number 19 Spartan machine.
You do it
P11
too early,
in
you
the
might get
23 is
caught
going
up
to
in
be
it.
Cook Quick with Ryan Crooks to his
Like
outside.
as you're working your way back.
Spartan machine. The Deuce and Neil Quick.
I don't think anything's going to settle down here, though.
With Robert Barney to his outside to round out row number 7.
We're going green next
row 8
time.
is going to be Chris
from the
Mefford
warm-up,
starting
or we got
15th, and that 46 going to be interesting to watch him charge his way through the field with Joshua Funkhauser and Chris Awali to round out this 17 truck field. This is going to be one hell of a race, Kurt. This 27 kind of came from nowhere, took the pole by force. Kevin McCann, he's going to start on the outside, but how about Vince Short in Stoney Benfield to round out the top 4, top 5? I think this is probably the best starting position that 75 has had so far this season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the last race we had done, he had started I think P5 or P6. So he's getting a little better at his qualifying each week.
I think I'm going to the back.
He's running up front, and the more experience you have towards the front, the better you are, in my opinion, because if you're used to running towards the back in a lot of leagues, you don't get the experience of being up here. And some guys, when they get up here, they get nervous because they're not used to being up here. So
get ready.
The more experience, the better, and he's definitely throwing in some experience, especially the last several weeks.
Absolutely. Coming through turns 3 and 4, keeping an eye on that 75. Well, let's get on up with our leader. Pace car's going to go ahead and pull off. Barney's got the field.
Was first gear the choice there?
Green flag's out.
Sure felt like it.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it. It was slow back here.
Johnson has been very fast the last pretty much all season. He just doesn't have the finish with having to win. Because Brian McCann and Kevin McCann and Ryan Crooks have been pretty much strangleholding the whole heat.
So do you try to go to the tail or roll up?
I feel like he is on the verge.
That was a massive checkup. That's going to get some people.
I think Brian's here.
Having a good start tonight on the outside of the starting first row. But you can see going through the corners, there are going to be some massive runs coming all over the place. And like I said, if these guys are not ready to do something with it, they're either going to lose momentum and get past, or they're going to get shuffled out of the bottom line.
I know it looks all right now, but I'm scared.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin McCann just rocketed to the front, took it down on the apron, coming through the trial.
I ain't even getting close to it.
27 went high. He was able to lead that lap, so give the 27 a point. Now on the outside of the 15 of Vincent Short. Tim Schofield right now P2, Vincent Short P3, Gabe Ellison and Brian McCann going to round out the top 5. Again, I apologize. I'll keep continuing to, I'll keep resetting the broadcast software. Hopefully I can get that up and running for you. But so far, a little bit of differing strategies, Kurt. There's some guys choosing to stay up front. Some guys choosing to go to the back. They don't want to see the big one. 3 wide through the corner.
3 wide's not going to work very long. It might work right now on the fresh tires, but I don't think I want to go 3 wide very often or for very long. There's definitely some movement from guys in the back that are coming forward, which we've seen happen on a lot of different tracks. People where a lot of guys start the race and they just go full tilt outside, gain as many positions as possible.
Even right there, Kevin, I was getting loose.
And then you see a lot of guys with fresh tires.
Yeah, I'm loose about everywhere with you behind me.
All clear, all clear.
This new surface, though, Pete, it kind of throws that for
Ain't nobody really pushing it too hard right now if y'all don't want to run.
10 laps or so, I might have to start lifting.
Yeah, it really does. I mean,
I'll let you know when I get
smooth track.
Ain't nobody really running too hard back here, so y'all don't have to push it too hard.
Looking underneath the 19 of Byron Jones, and right behind the Deuce of Quick. pick. Seems like the bottom line right now is prevailing. But when you think about Daytona and Talladega, Kurt, you think about the high side and how much that comes in a little bit later on. Right now, the guys on the bottom are having to turn the wheel just a little bit more.
Got an outside line forming up.
Just a little bit of speed.
Yeah, y'all are in control of that line, though.
So far, a little bit of movement on the bottom, making the 19.
I doubt they can catch you.
A little jittery, but they're moving their way through.
You push them like you was at the beginning.
A lot of the guys in the second row, they're driving it, I mean, not terrible or nothing, but the way I would drive this track is kind of like we see, if anybody out there has ever seen an iRacing Super Speedway broadcast.
It looks like the common thing back here is the inside truck goes below the line and the outside truck hugs the line.
Down the banking. If you're on the top side, I would be running as close to the wall before you into the turn, and then curve it down to the middle lane. And try to get a little bit of an extra run through that corner. Because guys at the bottom are running the bottom line. They're pretty much putting their tires on the line of the paint, and they're staying there.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
And they're trying to stay there, but occasionally they kind of bobble up just a little bit. Looking back from the 33 at Kevin McCann right now, as you see him.
I don't know if it's a good idea to stay down there.
At the exit,
Starting to wash up a little bit. Are you, Kev?
Back at the 17 truck field, you see most of everybody in this main pack, and then you see a pack of 3 a little bit further back. How far back would you say you can actually go here at Atlanta with this racing type before you actually lose the draft?
It's so hard to tell with this one because of, like I said, it's pack racing. It's a super speedway, miniature super speedway. Right now, Ryan Crooks, Neil Quick, Robert Marty, they're hanging back about a second and a half. But a second and a half is really not that much. On this one, they might be at risk of losing the draft, but I don't think they care. I think they're kind of just waiting to see what happens.
The view back here is so much nicer.
It's towards the front. It'll block the whole track because it's not as wide as you think it is in the corner.
You get to kick back and relax.
No, it's really not that wide at all. I tell you, these guys are having to practice great track awareness.
Almost hear the waves crashing right now.
The 12 and others really dip down low coming through the trial all the way down on the apron, like I mentioned just a little bit ago.
Until one of y'all wrecks.
Excuse me, the 33 actually nipped the grass just a little bit. Kicking
oh, 3 wide, 3. Oh, that was almost it.
While he's giving him room, he's also got to pay attention and know that, or trust, as we just watched, I believe that was the 5 going up and tag the wall just a little bit, able to keep it going, kind of taking a little bit of momentum. I'm sure he probably has a little bit of damage to the right rear, but so far so good.
And that's part of what I was talking about. He had a massive run coming on the 96 and the 19.
Somebody's heavy blinking.
Letting off a little
Looks
bit.
like
That's Gabriel.
Oh, is it Gabriel?
He tried to go to the outside, and where he went to the outside.
No, maybe it is Vincent.
Really starts in the corners.
Yeah, the guy right behind you.
Oh, and he clipped it. Doesn't look like it caused that much damage to him. It might have, dented the fender.
I think Gabriel's up high.
Doesn't look like it hurt him, other than losing the momentum. But the way the guys are dipping down in the front stretch, I'm kind of surprised they're still doing that. That was something we did on the old Atlanta surface to cut the track. And now with all the banking that's around, I'm surprised they're still doing it. Byron made up a ton of positions on the outside of it, and he didn't have to dip down the apron like the outside line does.
Seem to be burning more fuel
Really just the
than in practice.
Absolutely working for Byron in that 19.
I'm not.
I talked to him just before the race kicked off, and he said, hopefully I'll be able to work with Ryan Crooks again. But Byron Jones, he's with the Patriot Esports team. Originally,
I'm back here about half throttle.
Of Ryan Crooks, he started with EMGG, but EMGG has since kind of moved on away from iRacing. So both of those guys kind of team without a team, I guess you could say. They're all by themselves in their individual channel, but yet somehow they continue to find each other out there on track. So we'll see if the one in the 19 are able to hook up again as the 19 takes just a little bit of a shot from the 96, getting him a little squirrely. Byron wants to get up there and lead a lap after some hard luck last week. He lost a ton of points, He needs all the points that he can get this week.
Yeah, and Ryan and Byron, it's comfortability. I mean, they're used to running each other. They've worked with each other on super speedways, and obviously we're at another type super speedway tonight. And those two have worked really well at Daytona and Talladega. So why not work together tonight? Even though they're not technically teammates, but they like to work together, especially on the super
more loose.
Yeah, one inside.
really well together.
Say hi.
Yeah, they really do. I mean,
all clear, all
Byron's
clear.
going to have to wait a while before he even sees Ryan Crooks in his rear view. We'll go ahead and pick up Ryan right now. Ryan's all the way back here in P15. Down 3 spots from where he qualified, and I'm about positive that this is all by design, as him and the two are back here. And sorry for the little bit of internet instability. We'll get this back up and going as quickly as we possibly can. Definitely seeing a lot of frames lost right now, but as soon as it all comes back, we will pick right back up where we were. Kurt, what do you think so far, caution free, as the stream comes back up? Kurt, did I lose you?
Oh, nope, I muted myself out.
Okay.
Sitting here thinking, I was watching Dylan Dellinger. He actually parked it after touching the wreck. I guess maybe he thought he had a little more damage than I guess we thought, or maybe he just didn't want to continue running. But he pulled down Big Road and parked.
I'd be pushing harder, Kev, but I'm not comfortable.
So, yeah, kind of surprising.
Yeah, don't push
it out that fast, but he disconnected already. The rest of the field, yeah, I mean, pretty smooth, pretty clean running. A lot of guys moving
Just
around.
getting a little too squirrely for me.
High side with the 96 of David Trumbley and the 27 of Gabriel Ellis, and 1 has joined them up on the top side as well.
There's your answer to the tire question.
On the top side. So they've got 5 on the top side. There's only 3 on the bottom side, or 4 on the bottom side, back to a gap to the backpack. So that top line should start.
Over 18 laps, yeah.
Pushing those
Dude,
guys.
you're going to be struggling in,
333's got to work the bottom.
well, we get a caution at 33, but on the long run.
Yeah, 19 was able to lead the last lap with a push from the 96. He's also got our pole sitter in the 27.
So we'll have to go about 50 laps.
I was watching
Stays green.
last time off the corner. He's getting very, very tail happy. So something tells me that that 33 is starting to transition to a little bit of the loose side. As now the 19, he's going to go ahead and lead by himself. If I'm him, I'm going to go right back high again and stay up there where my truck has been working the best. With the 96 right behind, 96. All across, maybe he's thinking about going 3 wide. They were 3 wide behind him for just a moment, though.
Got 1 outside.
Yeah, and I would stay in that middle lane. I would not really venture to the bottom. The bottom lane to me is a short run gain factor. If you have a short run of maybe 10 laps, maybe a little bit more, you can hold the top line off.
Stay low.
But as we've seen with Byron now, that with 21 laps on his race speed, he's gone to lead.
Still there.
The looser these cars or these trucks get, the worse it is to be on the bottom. It's hard to hold that line. And I think a lot of it, they're having a time to wheel a little bit more, but they're also
Ron Crooks is going.
go down to the apron and use the apron. And Byron has
He's going to race for the lead.
working on the outside line, so he might have a little better tires than say McCann or the other guys that are running that bottom line. He's dropped the green flag.
Absolutely, Ryan riding along right now with Byron and his door cam. You see how close he's getting to that red line, all the way down the backstretch, getting into turn 3 and 4. You barely see that red line when he's as close to that line as possible. Well, watch this, dipping all the way down on the apron, almost all the way to the grass. Going to come back up just a little bit, and that is a lap around with Byron, trying to really wrap that bottom line so nobody else is able to get underneath him.
I know he's using the apron right now to keep Kevin behind him, because if he doesn't use it, Kevin's going to
Trumbley got a little loose.
Around him. But I personally wouldn't be using it. I would be riding somewhere in the middle of the second lane. Make sure somebody can't get underneath me, but can't go to the
Almost
outside.
lost quick.
Try that third lane.
We still are. Oh, God, he's going to come back up. Oh, he almost took us out.
Holy cow, all I saw was smoke.
We lost the draft, though.
pushing way up 23. It's really loose going into turn 1 because down the 8.
Good thing the caution comes out.
They came back
Good job
up
back there, guys. That was
looks
awesome.
like it's just going to be him. No real issues with the 23. A quick way in the back. Looking at him now, everybody else was able
So,
to avoid.
notes our high side seems to be place to be later in the run.
Let you see how exactly.
Yeah, I started running it and liking it.
Right along. You see
Of course, I wasn't wide open throttle either, so.
and the 19 of Byron.
Oh, great, we got 3 wide up here.
Really see him trying to save it, trying to keep it off the track so he didn't wash back up, loses complete control, and look at everybody go around, and the seas absolutely parted all the way
I'll
around.
give you room, Byron.
Ooh, Pete, while you were doing that, we just had 3 wide racing.
Damn, I was able to run y'all down.
Shuffled to the middle lane. He's in the sucker hole right now.
I guess that 3 wide action slowed you up.
High, wide, and
trying to pass.
handsome up
We're
there.
still 3 wide for second place. 2 to 15, 19, and 27. It's getting really squirrely up here, P. I don't know if we're getting close to the midway or the.
Still
It's
3
about
wide.
to happen. Yeah, it's about to happen here.
They're definitely.
I'm right in the wrong place.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, you're gonna back
Tried to
section,
tell him
19,
I'd give him
Byron Jones,
space if he
got
wanted to
15
back off.
To his inside, he's got the 27 to Gabe Ellison outside. Everybody trying to chase that 33. Still 3 wide through the trioval. This is dicey. 15 trying to give as much room.
You
as
get
he
loose,
can.
Brian?
Going all the way down.
I'm half throttle now.
96 is to the inside. They're going to be able to go back double wide with Gabe Ellison right behind the 19, 15 behind the 33 as McCann goes back to the front.
Yeah, that was really sketchy. There was paper thin between those 2 trucks. If we had that horrible stuff that always happens between the 2 vehicles when they get too close, it would have been really bad there. But somehow iRacing doesn't really put a lot of it on the trucks. It seems to be
Cook went down below the apron, saved it, but went back down
that was
and then slid up on the racetrack and stopped dead center.
pretty wide like that.
Everybody went around him.
Different area
Nobody hit
of the
him.
track. But the 19 moves back to the high side. Now he's got the 27 behind him. 33 comes up the
But we
bottom.
split them like a V.
Line. And bottom line is still Vincent short in the 96. 96 was on the high line pushing Byron for a while, and then he got pushed into the sucker hole and went to the back of the pack and has worked his way back up to the front.
Absolutely. Kevin McCann, Byron Jones again, going to go
3 wide again.
Wide. 15 thought about maybe taking a 3 wide.
Testing out that high side.
Gabe Ellison now with Byron 75. It's Stony Benfield. Working his way back up inside the top 5. A little bit of internet instability again. Definitely apologize. We'll try to get back up as it looked like Stony might have been trying to mount just a little bit of a charge. So we'll try to get this back up and back going as quickly as we can.
I can take a breath.
What are we looking
back
for?
here in
What are we
8th.
looking at as far as laps go, sir?
I mean, we're 30 laps into the run. Fuel, tires, I mean, we should be getting close to probably a pit stop here in the next, I would say, 10, 15 laps for sure. But like I said, the way that the guys have been driving, especially Kevin.
What's your fuel consumption, Brian?
Earlier, their tires have.
I currently have 8.85 gallons.
The outside line for so long before they really got by that inside line. But you can see Kevin doing everything he can to
Oh, Rick.
high line.
Rick, yep.
Coming back to him because right now the
All right,
bottom
man,
line
caution is out. Caution is out.
Stoney's
Line
gonna
up
go down
single
the bottom
file.
and try to help
Pit
him.
road
I got a little bit of that on my front end, unfortunately.
Top line is where people need to be at right now in this run.
Sorry, Cardi.
And throws it underneath the 33. The 15.
No, I'm dropping fluid too, apparently. Dang it.
Uh-oh.
96
comes out of that pretty much.
Guessing that'll be the competition
Just blew.
caution.
I believe this
Just
is
You blew up.
engine too.
He
Oh.
made hard contact with the wall. Let's go
You
ahead
can't
and
coast that either, can
rewind
you?
This in real time. Not quite sure if I've got full
Well, let's,
capability with the
Buckhauser
tools.
Still got
we're
300
gonna
RPM.
Bring it on back to our chase cam, and we'll go ahead and play it out.
Oh, you need an EOL. You're holding everybody up.
My engine's probably about to die. I don't know if I can catch you. EOL, please.
Yeah, it just looks like the 15 gets loose turning in, comes back up, makes contact with the 96. 96 makes some net code contact with the truck that was to his outside. Everybody else able to miss him because they were just a little bit further back. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a case of somebody getting loose in front of him and having a big run in that middle.
Well, that's going to be fun.
Really. The 15 tried to save it. He pretty much did. He,
I
like I said, came out of that.
thought about not taking tires there,
made a little
but
contact with the
I
96.
should.
Shot him up into Joshua Funkhauser on the outside. I think the 12 might have had some damage from the 96 spinning around there, but the rest of the guys towards the back peak did not have any problems there. They pretty much all came through there without having any incidents or contacts.
83 car.
Looks like Byron Jones, he's going to be able to go ahead and lead them off.
Starting in 7th.
Let's see if we can actually pull the young buck on up to the booth right quick.
Not a fan.
Let's see here. Byron Jones, it is repeat and swats up in the booth, Bud. Well, Bud, it was some pretty hairy driving for a little
Started to get a little racy there at the end.
Lead a few laps. You needed to gain some points after some issues last week. Now you're directly behind the pace.
32 minutes required, so I think that's it for me.
Through that run and the transition in the truck from comfortable to loose.
Unfortunately,
to what you were feeling
yes.
just before that caution came out, sir.
This truck it's felt great so far.
Oh dang, I was having fun.
Especially you've seen already. I've been able to side draft guys, pull up next to him.
I'm sitting here thinking,
that's,
man,
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man,
But
line up on the outside road
there's
now.
a certain
Catch
time,
the
especially once you hit the
75
shade
car.
of 1 and 2. But 3 and 4, this truck feels phenomenal. And so I just got to dial it in, see what I can do in 1 and 2 differently. See if we can't.
Why am I getting to go all the way up here?
Yeah, Byron, my suggestion is for you to stay towards
Oh.
the top side.
Alright, it's go
That
time.
bottom line does not look like it really works unless it's a short run for any kind of advantage, but that top line seems to be where everybody's making a speed, especially you. You
Alright,
came
man,
from a long way
light you back
there,
on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So congratulations
Alright,
on that,
man,
and keep
light you
the
back
work
on
up,
the
and I'm
pace car.
hoping
We're not going
we
green
can talk
this
to you
time. We are
tonight.
not going green.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I hope so too. Last week was a bust, but hopefully tonight's not.
All right, buddy, keep the shiny side up. That 19 Spartan machine looks good as always. I see you're all racked, stacked back up.
There's Vincent just losing it on the apron and coming up.
Caution car, so we're not going to be
Dang
going
it.
back green. You're going to restart with Kevin McCann.
Oh, good luck, fellas.
In your rear view.
Hope it works
Scotty
out for you.
Benfield sitting P4
Thank you.
right now, and Brandon Mefford. In pre-race, I was talking a little bit. You said that you wanted to try to hook up with Ryan Crooks. Right now, he's back in P11. If Crooks can't be in your rear,
All it takes
who
is
do you want
one
pushing
mistake.
you in the initial start of this next run.
Oh man, that's an excellent question.
While like riding around in the back.
Ellison has been really good, so I don't mind having Ellison.
And then shoot off is almost always
up there
in it anyways.
going, but man,
Where does
it's
Tony
just,
go?
Kevin,
He
he's
pitted.
aggressive, I'm
Alright, man, we're
aggressive, so
going
we
green
both know
next
how
time
this is gonna
by.
play out. We've just been back and forward so far this race, so even working with him too wouldn't be a bad thought.
All right, buddy. Again, good luck, and
Just
maybe
to
we'll be
reiterate,
talking to you
I
again a little
have
bit later on for a
start
podium. You know I'm
Restart,
forever a
right?
fan.
Restart done?
Thank you guys.
You got
Yes.
it. All right, so we got
Yeah,
him
that's
back
correct.
on down. Kurt, what do you think? Anything that he said
Stay on
surprised you?
board, thank you.
No, I actually think he provided the correct answer with the 27. I think
That
he's
moved me up.
an amazing pusher so far. He's been doing a great job
Leader,
of
and then
pushing
everybody
multiple
can
people.
change
He's had the
lanes
fastest
once
car
the
because he
leader
got the
starts.
pole. So I think if you're going to have the fastest guy in, one lap
He
situation,
didn't say it, but you got to stay above the apron.
Sam, we
qualified
can make
behind
questions
you,
on our own.
I
We
think
didn't
that
need
guy
help
can
from the
really
head
push you.
now.
And Gabe seems to always really be a great pusher
I'm
to
just
have
messing
behind
with
you.
you, buddy.
Yeah, Gabe Ellison in that 27. He's been.
What's the
very, very
strategy here,
fast,
Kevin? Just control this line?
all season long. And like you said, as of
stay out
late,
of the wreck.
been really able to rack
Yeah,
some
but-
Everybody
points.
gets on 30,
And
40
he's
lap
making
on tires that are
a
wet.
big push.
But you
Now,
wanna-
after tonight, there's
you
only
don't wanna lose
3
the draft,
races
you
left.
wanna
I
keep
believe
the
we
car
go to the
clean.
Roval
I mean,
next week.
as long as you're
for
within a
40
second and a half,
plus
2
laps.
seconds, you can
Then we're
catch
going to go
back
on
up.
to Kentucky.
Yeah, I experienced that. I was down 1.5.
They're a champion
So the main thing
for
is don't
season
wreck.
number 6.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Michigan
I
International.
just don't know if I want to go back to the back or stay where I'm at here.
Very short weeks. Lights
All right,
off, the
man.
pace car
Pace
are
car's in.
out. We're going to go ahead and bring it on back to Barney. He's got the yellow flag up.
Green flag.
Kurt, this
Get back
green
and
is
forth.
on you. Pace
Oh, we left them.
end off of 4. We'll be making that left turn towards Albuquerque in just a moment.
There's the
Hey,
car on
you
the
starting
road.
my black.
All clear, all clear.
This car's down pit road, and we're going to have another restart here with Byron Jones being the leader with Kevin McCann says outside. The Cam brothers stacked up on the outside. Byron's going to get a good jump.
Hopefully they don't try to go 3 high here. Don't give them the middle.
We'll go into turn 1, 2 wide for second place.
And 2 wide for P2, 27, helping Byron Jones in that 19 on the bottom. 30,
Shoot, we can get in a line here and maybe run that pack
33
away from that pack.
Kevin McCann.
Nah, they're probably too close.
Right in his back pocket.
Still
These
there.
two have worked phenomenally well, no matter what kind of track it is.
Still there.
Whether it's a super speedway-esque kind of a track like the new Atlanta, or if we're talking about Daytona, or if we're talking about Talladega, or if we're talking about Auto Club or anywhere else. These brothers really seem to help themselves, help each other quite a bit, but at the same time, they'll also battle each other pretty hard as well.
Yeah, right now, Byron needs to be looking at that mirror because when he sees the outside line getting stacked up like it is with 4 drivers, he needs to try to get to that outside line as well. The bottom
Got
line's
one inside. 2 wide there.
Damn, they were 3 wide.
Now they have, I think, 6 trucks on the outside.
What in the hell?
Still
The
there.
outside line
4
would
to
fail.
line.
I thought that was like a
Struggling a little bit with that outside
bumper glitching 3 wide. That was legit 3 wide.
Solid
there.
there.
The leader isn't below the line.
It definitely propelled him to
I know.
The others
He's
are.
got to work and try to
I know. They're catching up to him. Huge. Getting a run. Get on the inside of him.
tucking in behind the 3 if the 33-3 can get by them, but he's got to find a gap to get to the outside.
That's not good for us up high.
33.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't think about something.
That's very risky.
I've seen a little bit more instability in the internet. Definitely apologize for that. But something I didn't think about earlier, Kurt, was the choose rule here in iRacing, or in the IROC Challenge Series as a whole. Whether he could actually have taken the outside.
He's serious about that line, ain't he?
Or not. It looks like the 27 of Gabe Ellison is going to be able to push that 19 on up. And I'm going to guess the little bit of damage that we just saw on that 19.
Everybody around us is going to stay calm, I believe, for now.
Stability in the net, but we're looking pretty good right now.
Have a slow car on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 3 trucks on the bottom line. The top line has 3 pretty good drivers in a line. And then there's a little bit of a gap back to the next set of cars. So they're basically 3 on 3, but Ellison has includes the back bumper of the 19. The 3 has includes the back bumper of the 33. Shorter way around the track at the bottom, top side.
I think everybody's in agreement. We're just clocking off laps here.
Like I said to Byron before when we were talking to him there, the short run seems to be better on the bottom. But as soon as you see those guys get stacked up, you got to get to the top. Right now, I would probably and get up in front of the 33 and force that 33 to push me.
Whoa, he hit Dabron. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know, because if you think about what I was just mentioning a little bit ago, 33 and the 3, they're going to work together. You see the 75, Stoney Benfield a little bit further in the back. The 1927, he wanted to see the 27 in his rear view. He felt pretty comfortable with the way that he was racing with him. He said with him, not necessarily against him. He feels like he's been pretty good for his momentum and his track position. So we'll have to see if these two continue to work together. The McCann's obviously staying up high. So now Byron is pretty much crossed from where he was earlier. Before he was on the high side. So he was able to open up the wheels just a little bit more, not scrub so much tire. Now he's on the bottom. He's having to make those hard left-hand turns. He's having to keep that 19 pinched down on the line. Can't wash up at all, not knowing exactly how much of a truck width he's got between himself and the 33, so he's having to put a little bit more wheel in, and that is exactly why the tires last longer on the high side.
Yeah, but something Byron and Ellison are not doing is they're not going down to the apron as much as Kevin McCann and the rest of those guys were doing. They're barely touching the apron on the front stretch. Unlike those guys were doing prior on the bottom line. So he's conserving a little bit of tire there, because I think that's where Kevin was losing a lot of tire. Hard cranking and off the turn 40 down to that bottom line like that. It's a very sharp angle corner if you get to this front stretch. It's not, an easy turn-in situation. It's a hard whip in that front stretch, little straightaway or whatever you want to call that. It's not a full straight.
Clear low, inside.
straightaway. It's not an straightaway. It's like hard left turn, then straight, then hard left into the corner.
Yeah, it really is. And
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
in the clear cars, if I'm not mistaken, that can also, when you're having to jerk on the wheel to get it to make that left turn,
Have a slow car
you can also get really loose there as well. So far, these guys have been doing a phenomenal job.
Still there.
He's holding a really pretty wheel down there on the bottom. He's not really moving off of it. He's holding the line. He's not really floating up the track. He's not going down below the line to go use that extra part of the apron, which is really, it might be locking them up in this too wide racing we're seeing.
10 far.
But
10 far. 10-4, Roger.
All right, you're back in third.
Anything, but he's just kind of steady staying.
I don't know why it's that far.
That's what he wants. He doesn't want to, break away because then everybody gets make choices.
Scene.
So I would stay right where he's at for now, but like I said, once we get deeper in the run, now we're 15 laps up the run. This is when Iron on the outside line really started to prevail and get by Kevin earlier. So I'll be looking to see if Kevin can do the same thing. It looks like he's got a big run on the outside right now, being shoved by that 3.
Yeah, 30. That 3 and that 3 and
What's the fuel strat here?
continuing to keep their machine.
How many more laps from here can you go?
Next car is the leader. Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Oh, that's good. Plenty good.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
I bet we can solo car faster than this. I say we pit early. So you can go about 55 laps wide open.
Stay high.
So
Stay high. You're up top 3 wide. You got 1 inside. You're 2 wide.
we're 3
there.
wide too.
Still there.
They
Clear
got,
low, clear low.
yeah, whew.
Inside. Still there. Still there. Hold your
So,
line. Clear low, clear low.
hold on.
Inside. You're up
I'm gonna
top,
think
3
about it on
wide.
the back stretch.
Inside. You're 2 wide there. You're back and forth. Still there. Stay high.
80.
Stay high. Still there. Hold the line.
Yeah, they could get a little racy and have a wreck at the end, so we might need to think about green, white, checkered. All
Stay
right.
high.
So, green, white, checkered, that's 2,
Stay high.
4,
There's the car
6
on the low
laps.
side.
Pad 2 on it for 8. So you need 8 additional. So 80,
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
88.
You want to get in there, Neil? No.
All right, 88.
How about old
If these
tires?
bottom guys can get together,
Still
Ryan
there.
Crook seems to be on a whole
Things
nother
you don't
level
hear on
right
a
here.
first
I don't know
take.
if he's sitting back conserving
Yeah.
or what he was doing, but he seems to have a rocket ship right now.
Stay high.
I'm so scared.
Clear low, clear low.
Yeah, Ryan Crook sitting 3rd in line in that magenta and black.
Where'd Ryan Crooks go? Oh my God, there he is.
Yeah, he's
They 3 wide back there, I think. They're going low. Gabriel needs to go on the bottom.
through the
Stay
field.
high.
We'll have to see if that all works out. James Boger out there in the
Still
land
there.
of YouTube
Clear low, clear
says
low.
go Stony. Same thing with Missy Benfield says go.
Oh, he's pushing in the turns. He's wanting to get that lead.
Stony Benfield says, let's do it together. Vince, talking about Vince Short, the comment that he put out there in the chat a little bit ago, saying, let's do it together.
Very small town. Got one inside.
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't like being in 6 here.
Everybody in town watching this race right now.
Now 8. I might drop back.
The following that comes out.
I don't like this. I'm getting out of it.
You know, it's something we
next time around.
Last week, I would love to have the following that Stone has. He has a lot of people who believe in him and enjoy watching him race.
Still there?
Absolutely. Stony Benfield right now.
Say hi. All clear, all clear.
And he's continuing to work his way in and around traffic, deciding which line he wants to get in and out of. So as soon as this internet instability quits, we'll be able to bring you all of the action.
Still there.
Again, just a little bit of a surge right now for some reason, but we are coming back. Now you see Stony up high, 3 right in front of him, 23 down low, and there's the 46 as well. So he's not in bad company, but right now going the wrong direction back in P8.
I overheated.
The town he lives in is Albemarle, North Carolina, which is a town of about 15,000. So not quite the large towns we see here around us, but I would say it's probably about the same as what I live there, or maybe, I don't know, what's in your town? Are you upwards of 20,000?
Kevin, that number I told you is wrong. If you were burning 55 on full throttle, that means it's 75. Add 8 to that for 80. $83. I think we go 83. $83 it is. Unmuting.
It's for the greater Charlotte area. You've got Monroe, you've got Iredell, you've got what's that? Metrolina. Yeah, there's yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Concord, sorry.
Concord. You know, it's funny you say that. Years ago, I worked for a different telecommunications company. I mispronounced Concord.
Clear low, clear low.
And I pronounced it as Concord. As if I still lived up north, and boy, I got an earful from a southern lady. It says, "Young man," I'm like, "Oh, I knew I was in for it right then and there." And she said, "That is not how you pronounce it." And yeah, she made sure I realized it. How about the 27 though of Gabe Ellison? He's going to go ahead and rock it.
Wally involved in that earlier accident?
On the inside, it is the one of Ryan Cricks. Yep. He's just
looks like it. He's riding around on the apron.
Working his way to the front. Again, I definitely apologize for this internet instability. I promise you, I am working on it. It has just not been going my way whatsoever, but I am trying. I promise you. Oh,
I'm going to age just a little bit here. I'm going to reference a move. It's over the top.
Yeah, so
that's just a little must be in that truck for Ryan Crook.
Man, they go 3 wide and it really slows down.
Switch his hat around and say, you know what, I'm going to the front. It's like he can make that decision of when he wants to go to the front. Most of us, we try to go to the front. Ryan sits back here in the back majority of this race and says, I'm tired of running the back. I want to go to the front. And within a handful of laps, here he is running for up front to try to go for the lead. That's why I said I'm becoming more and more of a fan of Ryan.
2 trucks would be faster than this right here.
Yeah, this was our qualifying lap.
And so much throughout the week since I can technically watch him like 3 times a week. So it's amazing to watch certain guys that can do that type of thing because I can't do it.
Qualifying lap is a 32.2.
You sure?
Just ran a 32.2.
It amazes me when guys can do it. You hear it in NASCAR. Dale Sr., it seemed like, he would flip the switch and he would just
Cap. What are you doing?
Go. Do what he
Paying
wants.
attention to something else besides driving, honestly.
It's awesome to see.
Yeah, or you could go a different,
You still got the draft?
Yeah, without a problem.
Oh, yeah.
a completely different way, and you could say he's got a set of
You're sitting in the best seat in the house right now.
match purpose.
They 3 wide.
Yeah.
Special
Thanks so
tires,
bad.
you know, take it back to the old days of Thunder. With
I'm
the
gonna go ahead and pedal off. Oh my goodness, they're hitting down the back stretch.
Robert Barney now down below 27 again.
They settled it out
Back
though.
on the high side, Byron Jones holding on.
Oh, one's below the apron. Oh no.
16.
No, save it. Don't come back up.
Barney, who just allowed
Don't. Oh,
leading the way.
that was.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
Again, I apologize for the internet losing.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think
Man, I can't imagine what the end of the race is going to be like.
man,
You're clear, Chris.
Yeah,
You want to come up?
Yep, I get you.
Sure you got those
Inside.
greenway checkers calculated in, Chris?
I hope.
Stay high.
three wide of
Car on the low
rookie.
side.
So I think they're gonna use them for
Laps
there.
in, we're over, or coming up on halfway here.
I was going to pitch me on the
All right,
wall
man.
here.
What we
Halfway
expected
this
to be
time
out of
out.
Atlanta.
Stay high.
2-3 wide racing, a lot of runs, a lot of passing back and forth, guys swapping positions.
Still there.
Seems
Hold
like
the line.
consistently
Clear low,
because
clear low.
nobody can move away from each other because again, this track is designed for pack racing and look at the pack we have. That I mean, Ryan went from the back to the front. Kevin McCann was in the front up here battling for the lead or leading the race, and now he's mid-pack. And we can see him right back up here in just a few laps because of the way the track's designed.
Yeah, we absolutely could see him up there.
And look who Byron has pushing him.
Yeah, there you go. So again, Byron and Ryan Crooks able to get right back nose to tail. Byron wanted to work with him. Well, he got his wish as right now they run first and second. Gabe Ellison third. Cook Quick fourth, and Robert Barney inside the top 5. Stoney Benfield right back in P number 6. Vincent Short, Kevin McCann, Chris Mefford, and Brian McCann to round out your top 10. Neil Quick, Brandon Mefford, David Trumbley, Joshua Funkhauser, Chris Wally, Tim Schofield, and Dylan Dellinger were the 17 truck field that hit that ignition switch when it all started this evening.
Yeah, Pete, I don't know if you've done a ride along in Byron's truck in the cockpit, but you can see the sun and shade in certain spots. That sun coming into turn 1 is pretty bright.
He racing up front.
And then coming into turn 1, as soon as you get underneath the walls or the signs there's a lot of shade coming into the track. We've lost 10 degrees in track temp already. The timing, as we've gone about an hour of track time in iRacing. So sun is starting to come down a little bit. We're only halfway. Could we see the lights come on, Pete?
I don't think we'll see the lights on. You said that we're about halfway, so as they come through the trial, well, underneath the start stripe looks like the 90s.
I'm muted. You said you could go 55 wide open, right? Yeah, I think we were on lap 15 when you told me that. You told me 40, right? Yeah, 40. We was on lap 15. So that's 55 total laps wide open. We are running pretty fast, so it may be what'd I say, 83? Do like 84 then if you're worried about it. So you think save fuel, run as long as you can? Because I thought we were running like 30 point something in qualifying. No, that it would have been a much slower because of 32. I don't remember what we were in practice. 2 trucks. Do you just not take tire?
Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high.
I say don't take tire. Run this tank out and take as small of a tank you can then. One and a half tank. Better than 2 full tank. Yeah, about 12 gallons. Right now though. Well, no, that makes sense. Nah, I guess take full tank if it's going to be that close. And take tires. Maybe that'll help you if there's a race. Like if you got a race at the end.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Because yeah, if you can only cut just a few seconds off of it, that ain't really worth it.
Clear low.
You got to cut a lot of seconds off of it to be worth it. Yeah. And then take tires and fuel. All right, I'm going to do that then. If we get stuck out here to drive with just 2 trucks, then we'll definitely need to go in. All right, I'm unmuting.
Through your favorite Roku device, whether it's a Roku TV or Roku.
I was muting the wrong thing.
I definitely appreciate it. It's the one.
I said it all.
Tag that outside wall just a little bit. Allow the 90s
Ain't nobody listening.
And the 23 to come on by.
They just didn't hear you. They heard me.
Side by side, it looked like they had just taken the green just a moment ago, sir.
Yeah, it was getting pretty hairy up here. I wasn't sure which way we were going to go with this, if there was going to be a caution soon, but Ryan brushed the wall, not too bad. Doesn't look like he has very much damage. You can't see anything on the side of his truck. Doesn't look to have any.
Oh, got one sideways.
He definitely got out of the gas.
I think that's Gabriel.
To the back, to the front.
Are you up in that?
Front.
No, you're behind me.
No, I'm behind you.
Sitting here very long.
Big checkup.
It's the way that the track is designed, like I keep saying. You can run from the front.
It's a good spot to be in.
And be in the front within a handful of laps. So, Cook Quick looks really, or Neil Quick, sorry, looks really quick on coming up here. And Aaron was able to kind of muscle his way back to the front.
This track really is last spot. Best spot.
The right front and the right rear for the one Ryan Crooks, no damage whatsoever. Now from his roof cam, as he's lining up right behind the 5 of Mefford.
Still in the lead.
6 rather of Mefford. Going to take it all the way down on the apron, try to pick up that spot. In fact, he's going to pull back side by side.
The leader keeps swapping a whole lot though.
But McCann right behind.
Oh, they touched.
16 still up there, and we are still clean and green. The one of Ryan Crooks might not have liked something he saw. He just went ahead, pulled out from in front of the 46. Maybe took a shot he didn't like, or right there. Not 100% sure, but this battle for the lead is getting ever and ever more intense.
Yeah, and I know the 96 not doing really any harm up here, but he is 14 laps down, and he is getting through. So I'm keeping an eye on him because I feel like at some point here he might not catch it. You know as well as I do. It's all on repetition. It's all on getting through the corner. If you do everything the same, if one thing's off, you can mess up. And one mess up here at the front, you're 14 laps down. It's not going to be able to mess up.
Not at all. Front 3 right now, going 3 wide. Byron's going to go ahead and take it to the outside. The 2 all the way on the bottom. He's got a little bit of help. Each one of these 3 drivers really having to hold their line. 15 gets a little loose, touches the white and red line. It's going to fill the hole. Here comes the 75.
Tony Benfield going to pull up behind the 19, try to push the 19 back by the 16 and 2. These 3 have been holding a good line here so far. You're 1 inch from making a mistake there, as close as these trucks have to be to go through those corners 3 wide. And then some guys are using the apron. We've seen some guys dive way down on the apron and then have to come back in to the track. if the guy on the outside is not ready for that, it can cause a mistake as well.
Absolutely, the 19's really having to worry about that outside wall, especially coming through the trial because they are very, very sharp turns. You talked about it much earlier. The 16 kind of keeping him up there a little bit. Byron able to cut down just a little bit only because the deuce. And
some of the leaders may have to start pitting. How many gallons you got?
With all that going on, now that 3 wide is back.
Oh yeah, I got 4/10 more than you do.
96. Actually, I take that back. He's up.
That's a full lap.
The 16 in the middle. Stony Benfield at 75 is going to line up right behind the 19 of Byron. Top 2 right now.
You might start seeing pit stops in about 5 laps.
Yeah, they can't get away from each other. Ryan Crooks coming again.
Stay out till the pack thins out towards in our benefit to go in.
Way back up to the front, but beat the way the pack racing. It's entertaining for us over the booth, but I gotta imagine those guys have to.
We don't want it. If everybody pulls that strategy, then pit road's gonna be crowded. So we kind of have to keep an eye on that too.
Because the runs come from
so half the fields go in. We're just gonna nail it wide open and just ride around a little bit.
Well, see,
so we can,
yeah, because that bottom line to go in 1 by 1 or whatever, and there'll always be an outside of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now deep. So that'd be a good lap there.
Go back 3 wide for the lead.
We just don't want to. Everybody pull in. We'd be out there 2 wide. I mean, 2 trucks only.
And how wide it was going to be and all that again. And they were losing feet in quite a few spots as they go back double wide for P number 2. The 2 now on the bottom side. 16 of
I don't. Are they going to wreck off of trying to pit here? That's another question too. Everybody's got different braking points, and you got to brake on the track unless you go below the apron before the turn, which I doubt is going to happen. Oh my! Oh, they hit! What a save! Did you see that? Wow!
I mean, the guys.
He had that thing windshield wiping.
Driver, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But I mean, everybody has to think about it. Like, do I have enough room? Does that guy have enough room? Am I okay to be free wide? Do I have enough room coming off the
See, here it comes. Stay out. Oh, he almost got him.
Somebody gonna get loose underneath him. There's so many different things that run through your brain trying.
Yeah, I'm worried about what just almost happened there when the big pack starts doing that here.
For just a moment there, you can see the damage to his right side, right along with the one.
I might just opt to back off a little here.
That right rear quarter panel completely crushed in on the tire, but no harm.
Oh, I hate being on the top side too. You don't know where it's going to go.
And as much as iRacing keeps doing with the wreck packages and damage packages and stuff, I kind of wish
I got 5.
would make this a little more realistic.
Is it exactly 3?
Rubs and maybe even.
All right, you good? Oh, check.
Tire? Yeah. I think.
Stay.
Maybe something that would make people not drive so aggressive.
Get up top 3 wide. All clear. You got one inside.
Little tag there.
Still there.
And you might get
Good
a
job.
row
Next car is
where you're,
all clear.
faster.
You want to pit this time or are you low?
You cut down a tire. You cut down a stem if you're
Pitting.
There's so many different things that they could add into this, but it's hard to do it with the way the officials are stacked up a lot of times.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, it really is. And the
Perfect.
The officials, iRacing in general, they declare this sim as the most lifelike that you can get outside of NASCAR.
Right here.
Excuse me, and if you think about it, most of the pros that you see,
because they had a slow lap there,
week in and week out, NASCAR circuit are on here. I mean, Dale Jr., he's actually made his way on up inside the ranks of iRacing to like
I may have sped
or something like that. He is such a big influence there.
No, I got lucky.
The whole ball rolling with North Wilkesboro, and here we are, a year and a half later after they cleared up the place. They were just racing there last weekend for the All-Star race, which in my mind was an okay show, but probably not the best that it could have been.
And I mean, there's a lot of drivers that use the sims, whether it's at their factories or
they don't got damage.
Their cars and things like that. There's a lot of guys who do it at home. A lot of guys who have bought factory rigs for when we had COVID, and they all raced on iRacing as a part-time thing in between racing being shut down. There's guys who still use it on a weekly basis. But the surprise to me was, I don't know if you heard this during the All-Star race, but Kyle Larson does not like using the simulator. He does not like iRacing. Well, maybe for a couple of reasons. He got in trouble there. But the Big Wreck 2 got into the 12 and touched
The leader is sitting down.
They saved it. Wow.
Yeah.
And you gotta watch the replay of that lap right there.
Let's see if we can
What
actually
number is it?
bring that
92,
back.
91.
Yeah,
That was with the
you gotta
16
watch me.
and 2, I think you said. Go ahead and rewind it.
91.
I did some Top Gun
Switch on
shit.
over, and we'll see if we can catch up with what is going on right now. All right, so there is 16 in the middle. 2 comes on up, gives him a little bit of a shot to the door. 16 tags the outside one, most able to go on by. But yeah, so a couple got some damage there, and that really just separated the field curve.
Yeah, there's a couple of things too. Byron made a pit stop lead, so he is now 1 lap down back in 12th, and we have 40 laps to go. I think the fuel mileage should be right around that. Obviously, we've gone 50.
He was getting loose.
So he's within the window to make it to the end. He's the first one to come down pit road.
That or I'm getting fast.
And he's going to be on fresh tires and fuel out here. The lap times are about 2 seconds slower than the original lap.
Did he not take tire?
Times that these guys were running. So if Byron could get out here and run 2 seconds faster,
Might not have. You wanna try going
he
around?
was up at the front when he made this.
Where you at?
Down pit road is now
Right
more down
behind
pit road.
the car behind
You know, B on some of these
Is that
races,
pack catching us behind you?
on the pit usually
Yeah.
comes out with the lead.
Absolutely, that was Gabe Ellison and company
Uh,
on down pit road to grab their
I don't know.
Eagle Feel Goods and fill it up with that Sunoco.
We'll want to be 4 before. You want me to go high?
Normally we see support
I mean, the
for
lap
the
times
shorts
aren't
and
terrible. I think they're
Benfields
gonna catch us
of
soon.
this this
Yeah, but if we take the high line, now's when we take it.
right now Vincent Short
All right,
in the
go
lead. Stony Benfield right now.
Once I see your truck, okay.
Sitting P at number 2, and they're both going to go ahead and try to blow it up and slow it up.
Oh, he's got damage. Oh, I didn't know that.
If I'm not mistaken, to pit road speed and bring it to the attention.
That explains some stuff.
To
You're in first
like
place.
you said,
Still there.
possibly be get their
All
service.
clear, all clear.
His nose don't look bad.
Looks like when this is all said and done,
Still
Neil
there.
Quick, Brian McCann, Byron Jones, and Kevin McCann will come across
Still
to
there.
retake the top 4 spots.
Why is he coming up so far?
Yeah, I mean, they're within the window for sure. They just ran 59, 60 laps there, so they're definitely within the window. Byron, I think, makes out the best because
Still
he was
there.
back in about 8th when he peeled off the pit, and he's going to come out 3rd after this thing shakes.
Be ballsy for somebody to stick it in the middle there, wouldn't it? Oh my, what a roll up.
Stay high.
I think we kissed.
It makes out for
3
this
wide, you're in the middle. Inside,
second.
2 wide there.
Kevin McCann's going to have a good rebound, and so is Ryan Crooks. We're going to have a
Somebody's going to cut low on him and make it 3.
the rest of the field leaders. They're all in line, and they've gone to the front.
I'll tell you what, you're talking about Ryan Crooks, and you see him back there right now in P number 5 in that magenta and black truck. Well, the man just went to Plaid, posting a time of 30.51.
There you go, man.
3
You're now
tenths
the leader.
faster
Clear
than
low.
anyone
Oh.
else had ran so far. So the man was been.
Is he below you?
Spent
Yeah,
a lot of
19.
time in the back this evening. Well, he's here when it matters, and you see Byron Jones right there sitting in
Still there,
number
3
3.
left.
Those two.
Yep.
Now's
Got one
as
inside.
good of a chance as any. Quite a
Still
few,
there.
quite a bit left to
We're too wide right now, right?
Brian McCann, Byron
Stay
Jones,
high.
Kevin McCann,
On the low
and Ryan Crooks.
You're up
all
top, 3
nose
wide.
to tail
3
coming
wide,
across
3 wide.
The
Hold your
start
line.
stripe
Yeah,
right
2
there.
wide.
What's left
Got
on
one
the
inside.
Oh, Kevin.
2 wide there. All clear, all
We've got
clear.
36 laps to go.
Nice fucking mirror driver.
In the moving of the 5 trucks up at the front. Kevin McCann's got some heavy damage on the left side of his truck. Ryan's trying to figure out a way to get out of the groove, and it does.
So hard they get a nose on you under the.
Ryan
I know.
Oh, well, I should have just
Gonna move
lifted.
back down to the bottom,
Stay
get
high.
behind Byron Jones and Neil Quick. Neil Quick's got that little bit of damage on the right side, so
Stay high.
right now it's
Car on the
Ryan
low
McCann,
side.
Byron Jones, and
Are you hurt bad?
Kevin, by the way. I don't know where Neil was, and I didn't want him to pop out. I
and I
apologize.
don't know where Medford came from.
I hope you're still in the
because
pack.
he was a few seconds off of his pack, and all of a sudden now he's up here racing, and I think that has a lot to do with the side by
Still there.
side.
Yeah, I would imagine so. They're probably side drafting each other back just a little bit, and I believe they say in these trucks you could be about 3 seconds back. And I mean, he's got the 27 and Gabe Ellison with him as well. Maybe a little bit of pushing and shoving, able to work their way on back up. But you just saw the two go on up, try a little bit of side draft on the 33, then try to pull back down again, keeping the 19 right behind him, not forcing a 3-wide position, side by side for the first 2 rows. Everybody behind him trying to figure out where they need to go.
Got one inside. Still there. All clear,
so
all
we
clear.
said we jump on board with Chris Mefford. If you've got a decent little surround sound system, actually we'll hold up. 3 wide. 3 wide for P2. Byron Jones in the middle. 33 up high, 2 down low. How is this going to play out? Who's going to give, or will it be all take?
Yeah, I think Byron and Brian need to get by the 2, because I think even though he doesn't have some heavy damage to the front of his truck, he's got some heavy damage to the right side of that truck with the contact with 16. And he does have a slight bit of damage to the very front of that truck.
Clear low, clear low.
Oh, Kevin McCann smacks the hole on the outside. That's going to slow up that outside line. Byron moves to the outside and get behind McCann now. But I think they needed to get around Neil quick, because I think he was holding them up just a little bit.
You wide open?
Probably do good in the draft, but not be the
hey Brandon, how's your truck? Are you good?
So let's go ahead and take
you say yeah?
At the right side.
You ain't doing too good then, are you?
I have to lift and turn.
We're coming up on you, bud.
Like right quick. As soon as I can get there. There we
I'm
go.
part throttle down the entire straightaway.
Scraped up from the number up until about the wheel well. But you can see most of the stickers there on that truck are okay. As you see the 3 go around the outside, and if we take a look at the right rear, about the same, but it looks like the rear wheel well is okay. And if we look at the rear fin, a little bit of a bend on the left hand side. But that's about it. As long as that 2 can stay in the draft, Kurt, I think it'll be all right.
I think it's going to come down to Ryan and
stay high.
Because McCann does not have a drafting partner really. Neil Quick's going to have to choose to run with Brian to try to make up time here. Because Kevin has struggled with damage on the left side and right side. Looks like a can opener went down both sides of that truck. But unless one of the Medford or Ellison can get up here and try to help Neil Quick, I think this is going to come down to
clear low, clear low.
Ryan will stick with Byron, or if Ryan does get by Byron, if Byron will stick with Ryan. A lot of Ryans in that situation, Byron and Ryan.
I tell you what, every time they go through the trial with the 2, he's just able to completely rock it off the bottom, man. Really make up some time on the 19, on the 1, on the 3. You see him dive below the apron, not that time, but each time that he's done it before that, he was able to pull right up alongside with the leaders again. No draft help now whatsoever, as it looks like we're at a plate track. All these guys up on the high side really just staying along the wall.
Yeah, with 28 laps to go, they're good to go on fuel. Tires is whatever they've got on is what they're going to probably have, unless we have a caution. You might see some guys come down and grab some tires and fuel, but Byron outside up front a lot of the night. Brian started in the back. You're clear high. Most of the reason decided at one point that, hey, I want to go to the front, and he came hard charging to the front. Brian McCann did kind of the same thing. Covered in the back with Brian Crooks. He made a switch and said, nope, going to the front, and he came to the front. Kevin McCann started on the front row. He's had
clear low, clear low.
It's still a truck that can drive in the craft because it's not really affecting the spoiler. He doesn't have any damage on the front bumper of that truck.
Yeah, go ahead and show the right front of this 33 right now. And around the wheel well, okay. He's got a little bit more damage from the decals on back. As far as the right front goes, right rear, he's got quite a bit of damage. That's actually showing that all around the wheel well is very much.
Oh, they wrecked.
So, he's another one that's got to try to keep it in the draft. And if we look from the
did you get in that?
Front on back, you can see a little bit of an opening in the right front of his Spartan Transportation
Really?
IROC
Silverado.
He definitely needs a
I
little
was
Wow.
gonna say we were going right past
Who?
them, and then oh my god, dude! If you're gonna take someone out, don't collect me.
Brian, like we've been talking about, he's
Barney took Neil out?
just hold on the lead. He's 300
Half the
something
field
out
out.
in front of second
I don't
row.
know
Now
who he is.
Ellison
I gotta let you vibe
right
around
now
here.
in
You got Damon
P7.
idiot, so
One
I'm
car.
trying to
What
set
they
up
really
with.
need to happen over these next 2 races is Brian to finish last.
Oh
but
no,
that
you're
does not
good. My
look like
car's
it's going to happen
fucked.
because I
I'm
don't
done
think
for the race.
Brian has finished outside of
Do I
the
need to
top
wait
10
to let the
other than
damaged
maybe
cars
one
by?
time this season.
Past the 16.
I'll
Past
tell you what, a
the
little bit of separation now from P4
No, stay with the
on
pack.
back.
Clear, black flag.
Chris Mefford in the 46. He's got some help coming from the 27 of Gabe Ellison. 33.
How's everybody going in?
Well, but it really looks like the 33.
His tires a thing?
Just a little bit of time
some
as he
damage
tries to
repaired.
go ahead and throw it low with the 27. 46.
Yeah, everybody went in. I figured it'd be half and half.
Now just really trying to stay in the draft. The top 4 continuing to pull away as they put that 23 one more lap down.
Let the 23
just
car
to
by.
make sure Brian doesn't think I'm messing
Too
with him.
much
He's
repair.
actually finished
That
in the
sucks.
top
2
10
weeks
in
in a
all
row.
14 races this season.
There you go. So now on the bottom,
You think everybody's gonna go in there, dang.
3 right now sitting
Let me know where
P2,
the pace
P2
car's
sitting
at.
third.
Turn 2.
23 drifting back there.
Little loose.
Saved it.
There you go. So Ryan Crooks right now, he is up 11 spots to P number 1 and continuing to lead.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
did
coming
get a
across
passing in the yellow there.
16 came up track a little bit, collected Byron Jones, and this will bring out the caution.
Where's that at now?
Turn 3, entering turn 3.
Oh,
That's going to be unfortunate for Byron.
yeah.
Control
Let me,
finds that on the
let's go back.
16.
See if this will work. Let's go ahead and stop that. Let's go ahead and rewind that. Mr. McCann, it is repeat and SWAT's up in the booth, but you got a copy in that number 3 IROC machine.
I do. How's it going?
All right, man. Well, I tell you what, that was a very, very long, amazing race. 2, 3 wide at times. Ryan Crook's going to start P2. Brandon Mefford will be 3rd. Vince Short it will be 4th, and Gabe Ellison will be 5th. We are winding down in what is the last restrictor plate race, if you want to call it that, of the season. Next week we go to the Roval, then we go to Kentucky, and then we wrap up season 6 at Michigan International Raceway. Can you keep that Silverado up front and with all the fenders on it, sir?
I doubt it. It's real easy to get around somebody, especially if you got help, and you know it's anybody's shot for the win here. It's like Daytona or Talladega. But in that wreck there over the radio, I heard a lot of trucks got damaged, so it may just be a small pack of us.
Yeah, the 16 at first looked like it was a little loose on the red and white line on the bottom, and then all of a sudden it was just a sharp right turn where it was you and 3 others kind of battling it out for the lead amongst yourselves. So the admins might have to go back and take a look at that a little bit later on. But I see the lights atop the pace car are out. I'll get you back down with your brother, Kevin. Good luck, sir. Keep the shiny side up, and who knows, maybe we'll be talking to you again for another podium.
Thanks.
You got it. Tires all the way down, and man, that could be called.
He asked me what my opinion was.
Yeah, the admins may definitely choose to take a look at that. Let's go ahead and bring it back live, though. All right, so with all that happening, Brian McCann.
I didn't say that, but
like
I really didn't see it.
I
just saw the aftermath.
We'll come back.
I saw a truck go hard sideways. I guess that was Neil.
4th, and Gabe Ellison will be your
Pace
top
car
5.
there.
Let's see if we can grab old Brian McCann
Because
up
we were
right
laughing.
quick. Mr. McCann, it is repeat and SWAT's
Ding, ding,
up in
ding.
the booth,
All
but you got a
right, get
copy in
back
that
in
number 3 IROC
You know, the
machine.
great thing is, he still wants to try.
All right, man. Well, I tell you what, that was a very, very long, amazing race. 2, 3 wide at times. Ryan Crook's going to start P2. Brandon Mefford will be 3rd. Vince Short
I'm gonna get freight trained here.
will be 5th. We are winding down in what is the last restrictor plate race, if you want to call it that, of the season. Next week we go to the Roval, then we go to Kentucky, and then we wrap up season 6 at Michigan International Raceway. Can you keep that Silverado up front and with all the fenders on it, sir?
You got one outside. 2 wide there. Still there. 1 line. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
But in that wreck there,
Stay low.
I heard a lot of trucks got damaged, so
Yeah.
maybe it's the small pack ones.
Yeah, the 16 at first looked like it was a little loose on the red and white line on the bottom, and then all of a sudden it was just a sharp right turn where it was you and three others kind of battling it out for the lead amongst yourselves. So the admins might have to go back and take a look at that a little bit later on. I see the lights atop the pace car are out. I'll get you back down with your brother Kevin. Good luck, sir. Keep the shiny side up, and who knows, maybe we can talk to you again for another podium. You got it.
Stay high. There's
all right, so we got driver 3 back down into race room 3 with his brother. He's got the 83 behind him, and then the 27 of Gabe Ellison, the 1 of Ryan Crooks, and then the 15 of Vincent Short to the outside. Kurt, who's the comers and goes?
Yeah, 1 inside. 2 wide there. All clear, all clear.
I think it's going to come down to Ellison, Crooks, and McCann. Medford might have a shot. 15 might have a shot as well. But, I mean, Brian and Ryan, they floated in the back for the longest time, and, like I said, flipped the switch and said, go in the front. Now they're both in the front row.
All right, front row's on the throttle. We're going back green. Let's go.
One thing I wanted to say, too.
I'm baking on a wreck.
Replay about 19 times while we were sitting here.
What do you think the odds are?
He was aiming for the 2. You remember earlier, there was a little incident between the 2 and the 16 where the 16 got put in the wall.
That's why I noped out of there.
Ever since. But yeah, he definitely right turn.
Get a top 10.
Left rear of the 2. And unfortunately for Byron, he's going to be an innocent bystander and what might have been a little bit of a payback.
Byron Jones right now is sitting P number 12. And very, very unfortunate for the guy. We got a battle for the lead yet again. 3 on the bottom, 83 way up high. That's going to be Brandon Medford. We've got Stoney Benfield right now in P number 7, back on the bottom side.
Are you wide open?
Some guys got fresh cover, some guys got the older stuff.
All my damage.
But right now, the bottom side looks like it's
don't look like it.
Not quite sure the damage is up top with the 27, but the 3 right now, he just got shuffled back to P4.
That man with that hammer just got tired of hammering is what happened. They didn't fix it.
26 lap old tires. The other 3, Brandon Medford, Ryan Crooks, Gabriel Ellis, Vincent Sonny Benfield, Neil Quick, Kevin McCann, Chris Medford.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. It's the 33 car.
You could have just said
that was Ryan Crooks and Gabriel, wasn't it?
Up,
front runners.
Did not want to be in the back amongst the oldest tires. But right now, the 1 of Ryan Crooks really just shoving that 83 to the front. Then he's going to go ahead and pick up the 27.
Getting 2 more positions there. I get a top 7 now.
To see, we saw where the high side really came into play earlier. Could that be where Ryan needs to be now?
Go backwards to go forward.
Trusted earlier by Byron Jones, so he's got a good following. Plus, he's good in the points, so he's not sitting good in the season standings for no reason. The guy flat knows how to race.
Yeah, Brian has probably some of the most highly skilled driving skills in the league, with a handful of others as far as the top tier guys. But I don't know how Brian gets through some of these tracks with as much luck as he apparently has, because he was about 10 feet from being the one that got clipped.
Hey, can I get a yellow?
But somehow wasn't the one. So, but I think that was probably a mistake on his.
I could take tires no penalty here, couldn't I?
Coming down pit road, he's now at the back of this pack.
But I didn't go in, so it's probably going to close on me now.
Ryan,
car, 23. Good luck, y'all. Let him by on the outside. Pit road is closed. 10 to go at the line.
Race control rules that hard racing. No
9 guys in the pack, and he's at the back.
Gabe Ellison, he's going to try the bottom side underneath the 1 of Ryan Crooks. Brandon Medford.
They definitely were racing hard
in that deuce. So how about the 2? If he was a target there, able to proceed on. Still sitting inside the top 5. Got Vincent Short, Stoney Benfield right there. They're 3 wide for P3. 3 wide for the lead.
3 wide for the lead.
Contact.
At the end of the wreck. And it's going to be Ryan Crooks and Gabe Ellison getting put up into the wall.
2 of the fastest guys that waited. Well, I can't say waited because the 27 was up there earlier, but that 1 very, very tore up right now. Ugh, hate it. looking at the damage all the way around this one, no bueno whatsoever. Just completely crushed in.
Ryan Crooks is out.
Unfortunately, these trucks, they're not like the next
Still got
gen
13.
cars. Definitely not built like tanks.
No,
These
wait, my
things,
thing ain't
you would
calculating
imagine
right.
that, you think truck, you think tough, whatever. Yeah, these things, you put them up in a wall,
Got about,
you're losing time. So very, very unfortunate
11.
for the one. But Kurt, what do you think? Last caution or no?
No. I don't think it's the last caution.
Gabriel's on the track, but he's slow.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Negative
All right,
towards
man,
this track
line up on the outside road
the
now.
bottom guy caused that incident. The two guys who came away with the most damage are the two guys on the outside. The bottom guy drove away without any problems and is still in the lead. Most of the incidents we've seen tonight, the bottom guy is the one that comes up the track, gets into the top guy. Top guy goes directly into the wall because that's the way the track is designed with the banking. It just shoots
This
you
thing is
into
top
the wall if you
fiveable
have
now.
contact. Every person we've seen tonight have contact has come from the bottom lane up into the top lane.
So there's only 5 cars
It's just,
on the track.
it's something they can't do anything about. Obviously, they designed the track the way they designed it, but it's unfortunate for those guys. The second and third line, they were running their line. They
7 that I think are good on damage wise.
They didn't get loose. They didn't get tight.
I think Gabriel's probably got pretty heavy damage.
Came up the track and got into the 27 there.
He wrecked pretty hard.
The wall with the number 1.
Oh, speaking of Medford, just bring the 83 up, Brandon on up, and he's got the 50.
They did a lot nicer job on Neil's truck
And Kevin McCann now
than they
has
did
the
to
top
yours.
5. Brandon, can you keep these guys behind you? We
13, I
still see
believe.
the lights atop the pace car are on.
Okay, cool, thank you.
This pack is getting whittled down.
Everybody can go in first here.
Get ready.
A couple of back-to-back cautions and a lot of damage among all of these Silverados out on
Nope.
track, sir.
They in second.
All right, man.
Incident there was
8
unfortunate.
cars
I
in.
got down on touch the apron because I think they said they were telling me we were 3 wide, so I was trying to stay low. And
Oh God, it's slow.
Gabriel came together.
We hitting back here.
So I want to apologize to him. I don't know, dude.
Clear low.
The bottom line is easier to run, but the high side's where the runs are coming. So
Yeah, one
I don't
inside.
know how we're gonna. I don't know where we're
Still
gonna
there?
go. This is
Hold
gonna
your
be
line.
fun here towards these last 5-10 laps.
I'm sure the lights
Still
off
there?
pace car
Hold
are
the
about
line.
to go out. And yeah, if you think about officials, or just if you ran any
You're up top,
races
3
at
wide.
Daytona
Yeah,
or
one
Talladega
inside.
in
2
the
wide
trucks,
there.
the Cup,
Clear
or
low,
the
clear
Xfinity
low.
cars,
Stay
the
high,
high
clear
side
low, clear
has
low.
just been
All right,
very,
man,
very
caution is out.
dominant
Caution is out. Line
in
up
any
single file.
series or
Pit
any
road is
league,
closed.
club, or
It's
community
2
that
car.
has.
I got a little bit off of that one.
That's 2
that
I don't think it's
car.
bad,
He has
though.
position when the
It
yellow
just
flag
really
came out.
seems
Past
like in the long run,
96,
the high
past
side is
Shouldn't be engine damage.
27, past
You're gonna have the 15 of Vincent Short restarting on your outside. We'll get you back on down.
Ooh, I don't know. It might be.
Good luck keeping the shiny side up, and maybe we'll be talking to you on the podium here in just a little bit, sir.
Yep, we can only hope. Thanks, guys.
Pit road is now open.
Yep, I'm 1300.
Get him back down with Chris Quick, Chris Wally, Medford.
I got a little crinkle.
right now. So,
Guy rolled across my nose, but
do you think he can hold the rest of this group?
we'll see what she's got in her.
It's so hard to tell, B, because there's so many runs. Like he was saying, they always come so quickly. It's hard to judge. It's like iRacing Super Speedway at max speed. I think originally it was like 225 or something in the Cup cars, or 230 in the Cup cars, and you couldn't judge how far somebody was back and how they were coming, because within a split second they were door to door with you. So I don't know if he can block. The track is not really good for blocking anymore.
Right here.
It could come down to a door check and clearing the track.
Oh, 15 seconds.
Finish line. I
No
don't know.
problem.
It's going to be interesting either way that it works out. Barney's got the green flag up.
They'll
He
bring the
sees
buffer out here and
field
fix it.
addressing the line. Pace cars down pit road. Green flag. Will this be the last one? Let's go. They are 3 wide already for P number 2. You see the 33 of Brian McCann on the bottom. There's
right,
Neil
that's it.
Quick
Go.
in the deuce on the bottom also. 15 getting shuffled back. How about Kevin McCann working his way back on up?
Make them line
Yeah, I don't know
to the
how
right.
this truck is able
Line
to
up
get up to
single
the
file.
front.
It's
15's
the
where it's at.
96 car.
Yeah, 15 just
Neil Quick and 15 of Vincent Short.
Yep. So cautions breed cautions. Let's go back with Vincent Short, find out what happened. Let's go ahead and switch it on over to our handy dandy chase cam. and play it out. 2 on the bottom, hugging that red line, comes up just a little bit, catches the 15, and then trouble ensues a little bit later on. Let's go back from Neil Quick's side. Let's go ahead and rewind that. It's already far in the way.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye. All right, man, line up on the outside row now. Catch the 20.
So 2's going to travel up. You see him get closer and closer to that white line. That sends the 15 around, and then the 16 gets into the back of the deuce, sends Neil up to the wall, and then the 96, luckily, kind of lags his way on through the 2, and everybody else able to get on by on the high side. How about from Robert Barney?
Kevin ain't in here.
So let's the Robert Barney is at 16. Let's go ahead and rewind that.
Yeah, that's going to be a look. I think the admin for sure needs to look at the 16.
All right, let's go ahead and...
What'd you tell him?
Let's go ahead and
Supposed
come
to
on
fire
up
my
to
pit
the
crew.
nose, and let's play that out.
Fix my car.
Ooh, no lift.
Yeah,
Neil
that's
Quick got taken out on that one.
McDowell from the All-Star race. I don't know what that is because that looks like intentional number 2.
I didn't see who though.
In my book.
All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live.
I think it was a blue truck.
All right, so Brandon Medford, we spoke with him before. What about Kevin McCann? Let's see if we can.
And nobody starts in first
Kevin
gear.
up and have
Crazy.
have a quick word with driver 30.
You starting first?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
I said, Mr.
Get ready.
Yeah. So Kevin, we
Can
saw you get
I can go on the outside, right?
the damage on the right side. Looked like the nose kind of
man.
crippled up just a little
Once
bit.
that green flag drops, he said you can switch lanes.
The rear wicker
Right.
Doesn't look
Green
all
flag,
that
green
bad
flag.
now. So you're going to restart on the outside.
Everybody went that time.
Tony Benfield's got a little bit of
Yeah,
damage
one
as
inside.
well. He's going to start P3. Chris Medford in the 46 has been shown speed all season long as
Stay
well.
high. There's
And then
on
the
the low
23
side.
of Cookwick will be the top 5. Can you keep that
high.
battered and bruised
Clear low,
Silverado
clear
up
low.
front with just a limited amount of laps left?
Well, my chances are getting better every lap here. It seems like these cars are getting damaged, so I think everybody's got a little wrinkle on the now. So we'll have to see.
And reaching out and duct taping that truck as much as possible. You got to be at the end of it.
You know, I got everything repaired, and I definitely want to get away. That's just
You must be paying the pit crew with milk and Oreos, huh?
Good job. The next car is the leader.
All right, Kevin, we'll get you back on down with
All
your brother.
clear,
Good
all
luck
clear.
with what was the shiny side up, and maybe we'll be talking to you again a little bit later on. You got it. All right, so he's back on down with big brother Brian. Brian was actually part of that wreck. Kind of got collected as the 2 was up into the wall. It might have been with 16. When the 16 was up into the wall, so very unfortunate for him as well.
All right, man.
But,
Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single
Brian's
file.
got
Pit road
all
is closed.
kinds of
Catch
points
the
in the
33
bank.
car.
He's going to restart on the high side outside the 15 and the 23. Shouldn't really see too much of an issue in the
Put your
back.
butt back,
Although,
okay?
Kurt, anytime we see any kind of a problem, damage or the trucks always go up track rather
Wow.
than down.
Yeah,
kind of
I think
like
I
what
may
we
have-
see at
I don't know.
Dover, where they say it's a self-cleaning track. But
split
we're
that.
about ready to fire this off again.
Yeah,
I really don't
if
know what
Harry
happened,
Hogg was
yeah.
sitting here
Rack them up, we get to do it again.
you'd be telling him, look at that. The only side we don't have to fix is the top of the truck for Kevin McCann.
Possibly 2 more times after that.
And the,
Yeah, I think
the truck
somebody
bed is
better
the only
do
thing
that.
that's not dented or scratched.
They were 3 wide for the lead, weren't they?
And let's go.
Sam, can I get my black
We've
flag
got
cleared?
4 to go now with Brandon Medford, up at the front. Kevin McCann trying to work on the outside.
Tony Benford
Is in contention here, Pete. He's on the bottom side with a little bit of damage on the left side of that truck. You can see the scrape down his number at 75, where it's a little faded there. He's got the push.
Stoney.
23. Big.
Stoney wrecked him.
From brother of Brandon McCann, Medford. Chris Medford pushing the 30.
Thought he might have been in the
All that
middle,
damage
wasn't he?
being right to the front.
Yeah, now the 33, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look. We'll take a look at this machine one more time, and you can still
Might
see
get a
that
top
little
5
bit
after
of
all.
An issue with the crease down on that line. Probably had to hold on a little bit, maybe even burp the throttle, and he's going to drop back to about P7 in the
Get out of the way then.
corners. Brandon Medford right now in that 83. continuing the lead.
I got a little damage myself.
Right now, P2 on the bottom side, 46 up high, 23 with him. 83 is going to go ahead and lead this lap. I believe next time by is the white flag, yeah?
But seriously, get out of my way.
Go now, so Stony Medfield 3 wide up here, getting into the middle of the lane. Going to be between the two Medford brothers. Can he hold it? No, he touches the 46. 46 is going around in turn 1.
46 around, 75 able to hold it. We're going to have a green-white checker. Wow.
Outside of that green-white checker. Stoney's got a chance.
Yeah, both sides of your truck messed up.
All right, so we'll actually go ahead, since we already talked to Brandon Medford a little bit ago, we'll go ahead and pull Stony Benfield in just a moment. You gotta imagine that driver.
Your tailgate and your spoiler look fine though.
A few Hail Marys and crossing himself over and over again.
Some people would call that your rear end.
Man,
I'm gonna take the outside here, Gabriel.
Guy's been kind of hanging out.
Is that a compliment?
All race long, and when push comes to shove, the faster passer has a very real chance at
Joe's outside line.
Let's actually go on up to Brandon Medford's car and take a look back and see what his front end is looking like.
Probably not a bad move.
If I can quick. There we go. So it looks like he's got a little bit of separation.
But he also doesn't know that you got big time damage.
And if we look at Stony Benfield,
could you push him?
Got an issue with the left front. So what would you think would be worse, Kurt? The left front or the right front?
Like you can stay on him?
Probably the left front, I would think. Right front,
I don't know.
These trucks are so it's touchy on which side is which.
Well, then I don't think Brandon does. So if I go up and join y'all,
that right side, so be able to turn the truck.
The hell?
If you have damage on the right side, it usually is worse.
Everybody's got damage. Yeah, everybody's got damage then.
When it comes to front bumper, I think either side probably doesn't really matter, but
I don't know what to do here.
The outside, unless Medford
maybe 3 wide or stay back here.
Chooses the outside. I think that works out better for Stony being on the bottom. But
unfortunately, it's all a moot point, sir.
Surely we'll make it clean this time, right?
75 got an EOL for causing that. Yep, and he is. He's now
only got 5-6 trucks
in the back. Back in about excuse me.
David Trombley's a lap down, but he'll help us.
So once they all rack and stack back up, yeah. Once they all rack.
Hey Nathan, how's it going?
He will be P number 6.
Yeah, I might. If I see a hole in the middle, I might just take it.
P number 2. Lights top, the pace car are on still. Let's see if we can find Gabe Ellison right quick. I don't believe he's on the available.
Green. All right, man. You're back in fifth.
Double check anyway.
You're clear, Kevin.
Nope, I don't
got one
see
outside.
him. So how about
still there?
how about Vincent Short? He's down there with Stoney. What do you say we go ahead and pull Vince on up right quick? Vince, you're going to be restarting P3, P4 right now. Either way, the second row in that number 15. Of course, you know you always have a little bit of support out.
Kevin, your truck sucks.
The YouTube chat.
That was a mistake on my part.
Put that 15 victory.
Let me up there.
Clear low. Inside, white flag. One more left to go. Say hi. There's the car on the low side.
There you go. Kind of getting back to your truck right now. I really don't see too many issues whatsoever on that 15. You're going to have the 33 to your outside. Definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. See you getting back. Rack and stack back up. So I'll go ahead and I will get you
still there
on down. You're with David Trump.
Say hi.
I usually hang with Stoney.
There, okay, yeah, I see it now. Okay,
clear low. You got one inside.
Okay, yeah, I'll get you back down with Stony Benfield
right
now. By all means, wish him luck.
Thanks, sir.
You got it.
I got a top 5, didn't I? 6, dang it.
It's over.
Yeah.
Good job, Brandon.
I
great job, driver.
With you.
I chose the worst possible way to go.
I saw that we were going back double file.
Who was it? Brandon?
Because you were looking being clean. I'm like, let me look at the 83. Damage, 27 damage, 3 damage, 23 damage, 96 damage. It's like, he might be the only truck out there without damage.
Hey, who knows? Maybe it'll be a blessing in disguise. So, all right. So again, green flag is up. Green, white checker. So taking the green, next time by will be the white flag, and then the checkered flag will fly. I believe they have unlimited attempts. I could be wrong, but let's go racing, Kurt.
All right, 83 going to the restart zone, getting on the gas pedal first, goes across.
What lap was it? 91, we said?
27 going to hang with him. That's our pole sitter for this race.
Yeah.
Whoever started on the outside row, that was the 33. So our two front runners are right here again in second and third to start this last restart, hopefully. 83 with a great run down the backstretch, being pushed by the 27. You see the separation building because of that.
Absolutely, and you see the high side right now, 33 and the 3, the McCann brothers trying to get those Silverados up and running. It's just that 33 has...
You came down and hit him.
And he's going to go ahead and disappear from the rear view of that 83. He wants a little support side by side for P2. 15 that was able to work his way on back up. Will this be a rope-a-dope? Will he go high, go low? Where's he going to go? What's the 83 going to do to block it? We got a car or a 6 or 7 pack all behind him. 83 a little loose.
Oh, he's coming out of the pits.
15 looking low.
And then
he's not going to be able to get
Crooks cut up in front of you.
Coming through the triangle. Where's he going to be?
I think it's the 83. Yeah, Vincent Short going to come home P2 just 10th off.
Yep. So 83 is going to go ahead and grab the W. Vince Short with a huge attempt there at the line. Quick. In the 23 is going to come across P3.
Is that all I needed to see, where you hit
He's
Mefford?
Taking home P4 right where he started. Gabe Ellison 5th, Brian McCann 6th, Kevin McCann 7th, Chris Mefford in 8th, Neil Quick and Robert Barney going to round out your top.
He had a clean truck too.
So yeah, the one.
Oh yeah, that messed him up. Oh, he's going to be mad about that one.
Now, Brandon, you earned this.
Where'd he finish at? He was 9 seconds back. I wonder if that did it or something else.
If you're going to damage it anywhere, do it while doing doubles.
15 decided to get a little rub down.
That one wreck I got damaged in. Let me go back and look at that.
All right, 83 is going to allow it to roll just a little bit back to the start stripe and go ahead and shut it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with Quick, Vince Short, and Brandon Mefford as your top 3. Please don't nobody go anywhere. It should be a very interesting, to say the least, recap. We'll be right back.
Short. Yeah, it was Short. Short and Neil got into it. Spun Short around, put him in the inside wall. Neil comes back up. Barney hits Neil in the rear. Wrecks Neil again. Oh, I need to go back and look at that Barney wreck they were talking about. So I checked up, but I didn't get checked up enough and did get him. I got lucky there. It didn't do engine damage. Go back and see that Neil wreck. Or is that the one they were talking about was intentional? No, he wasn't lapped there.
Good race there, Brian. Good, buddy.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, man, good racing.
Yeah, this is Stoney. Good job, bud.
Thanks. Yeah, Stoney got 4th. How do I find what lap were we on? Is it after pit? Yeah, because we went green all the way up to pit. And then got a clean truck here. Oh yeah, this is it. What?
All right, ladies and gents, we are back. Unfortunately, Cook Quick in the 23, who finished P3 up 8 spots from where he qualified, unable to be brought into the booth. So unfortunately, we'll move on up to P2. We talked to Vince Short
He
just before.
hit the apron though.
We went back with that green-white checker.
He hit it right there.
Vince, able to work your way.
My God, he cut back up.
Made one hell of an attempt at the W, coming through the tribal into the line, but just...
I don't know. I think that's intentional.
One hell of a race for you and this 15 team, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I couldn't.
I think it was mirror driving looking for him. Oh, let's see this. Did he drive through
just glad to get a
after
podium
the hit?
finally.
Yeah, I mean, we watched you, week in and week out. We're getting closer and closer to the...
Yeah, he was on the throttle.
And we're going to the Roval next
That was
week,
intentional
by
there.
Kentucky, and then wrapping up season 6 at Michigan International Raceway. Are you a bit of a road race connoisseur, or is that a track of contention where you might have to burn a few extra laps?
I don't...
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put the training wheels on. I don't hate it. It's just something I don't have a lot of time to put into. If I had the time, I actually would quite a bit.
Yeah, Vince, we've seen a lot of different back and forth tonight. There's a lot of carnage all over the place. Guys dropping like flies after
I think it's intentional.
incidents there, but you're able to make it up to the front.
There's a jerk that he does at the very end to the right
giving a little bit of a
when he's not loose.
Hoosier, you guys battling for the win there?
No, not
right
at all.
here.
Just
The next one too. So there's two
tried to split
back to
the
back.
outside. I knew he was going to take the low side and keep it low and make me go high to go the long distance. I just split out page, which is probably that .017 that I lost. If I'd have just tugged on his right side, I probably would have been all right.
Well, the side draft might have definitely brought it back.
That's when he hits the apron.
I mean, it's hindsight, obviously, but coming on P2, you got to be happy.
Maybe it jerked his hand back. I don't know. Because it is right after he hit the apron.
Atlanta, I'm not a big fan of it, but I would say you're a fan of it coming home.
What a lap before that looks like.
Not necessarily, actually. Like,
he was smooth here.
Slide it in there and have a little tire control, tire management.
I think
hey, Chris.
our age.
Yeah. My big thing going in, I told Stoney going in.
But he was riding the apron. So maybe he was scared of mirror driving. I don't know.
Of the race, so I was trying to get outside the pit cycle of the other guys. I think on that last cycle, I told Stoney we probably should have went in the lap after the first set of people. We ended up staying when I was out of at least make sure I had a lap in. And then fortunately we got a yellow there to got us back up to the group. And
yeah, I don't.
was actually trying to push Brandon up there to get us back up.
It's hard to say that it's not intentional. I mean, I'm trying to give him a benefit of the doubt, but
he got the win.
Well, buddy, another great
what happened
race.
before all this?
Glad to be able to
like, how did he get off the pace?
Any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there, sir?
First and foremost, my wife. She supports me and everything I do with iRacing. She supports all my iRacing leagues. She's been there when
did him and Neil get into it somewhere?
IROC at the beginning, and then some of my other leagues. My wife, my stepson Jake, my kids, Dylan, Ashley, Rayleigh, Michelle.
Yeah, man, that was a little scary though.
Kira, Raylan, and Amari. Love you guys all. Appreciate everybody.
That's what he's mad about. Okay.
Before we
yeah, I think that was intentional.
For season 7, and we'll be talking about that here.
Calls Neil.
Just a moment or two. We'll share some
Neil goes below him here. Neil has a run. They go 3 wide. Neil does.
July. So congratulations one more time, Vince.
Neil ain't.
Thanks, guys.
Neil ain't in the lowest position on the track.
League on, and the rest of the guys that I've raced with prior to this season.
Yeah, comes up and.
Everybody in the league. It's been a fun.
Barney ain't quite in the middle either, but they meet regardless.
Have a good night.
You as well, sir.
That ain't.
All right. Kurt.
No, that ain't netcode. They were gonna hit netcode or no heck netcode.
That 83 truck definitely held off all comers in the end. Had to put it through its paces in a couple of restarts, including that green-white checker, and he's with you.
I can't put blame on that one.
Brandon,
Neil was out of the bottom lane. Barney was a little low for the middle lane.
You kind of went back
that's the argument that's got to be disputed somewhere else.
Vincent come off turn 4.
But regardless, Robert come back around the track
said he might have
and then intentionally wrecked him. So that's the problem.
Stretch of going too wide from you as you went really low through that front stretch. But I gotta ask, how did you avoid all the carnage tonight? Because your truck comes home as the cleanest
I went back and
truck
looked
out
at
there.
that.
Well, I just seen, you know, kind of like Super Speedway. These guys were up there racing, and you know,
All Nils'
having a lot of
fault.
fun in our chat. But
Right here partially is his fault.
and banging, so I just
I mean, not that he come back around and intentionally got wrecked, but right here,
It was definitely fun to watch.
I feel like Sam would call that hard racing, though.
Back and forth and things like that. How hectic is it out there on track, and how intense is it inside the cockpit?
I don't know. That's a tough call. I don't know how he calls those. But
left and right, and even if a guy passes you through one corner with the draft,
Barney was holding his line better than Neil was.
Essentially, pass him the next corner.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, really. I mean, you get such big runs down the straightaways. These trucks really suck up here, and
wait, what was it?
So a guy could get by.
Oh, I changed tires.
Could have somebody push you inside.
I'm out
and
later.
By him and